Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Elevate Chemistry. So in the last video I explained the chapter wise important concepts in PUC first year. So in the today's video I am going to explain the chapter wise important concepts in PUC second year. So let us start the quick revision chapter wise important concepts part 2. So in the PUC second year, the first chapter is solids. So in the solids, the important concepts are the types of solids. Second one is packing efficiency, that is packing efficiency in simple cube, body centered cube and face centered cubical lattice. And in this packing efficiency, the edge length as well as the radius is also important. Then the third one is the problems on density factor, then defects in solids. Under the heading defects in solids, the stoichiometric and non-stoichiometric defects in solid state. Then the next one is the magnetic properties of a solid state. So in the magnetic properties, the ferromagnetic as well as the ferrimagnetic properties are very important from the examination point of view. The second chapter is a solution chapter. In this solution chapter, the first important concept is the colligative properties and the numerical problems based on the colligative properties. So you all know there are four important colligative properties in solution chapter. One is RLVP, second one is elevation boiling point, third one is depression and freezing point, then fourth one is osmotic pressure. So all these four colligative properties and the problems based on this. The next one is a Van 't Hoff factor and its a numerical problem. These are the two important concepts under solution chapter. Then the third chapter is electrochemistry. So in electrochemistry, the important concepts are laws of electrolysis, or these are also called as Faraday's laws of electrolysis. Then in the process of electrolysis, the products obtained are also very important. Sometimes in the exam they may ask the products obtained during electrolysis process. So please remember the products obtained in the electrolysis process, that is which substance is deposited at the cathode and which substance is deposited at the anode. The next one is the three important terminologies, that is conductance, specific conductance and molar conductance. The SI unit of these three terms and the relationship between molar conductance as well as specific conductance. The next one is the Gibbs free energy, then a Nernst equation, electrode potential, then electrochemical cells, okay, and the problems based on Nernst equation and free energy change. Then the fourth concept is chemical kinetics. So in this chemical kinetics, the rate of reaction, the rate constant and order of reaction is important, and especially out of these three, based on a rate constant and order of a chemical reaction, they may ask numerical problems. The numerical problems on units of rate constant and the numerical problems on order of a chemical reaction. The next one is the half-life period of a first order reaction, then temperature coefficient factor, then effect of catalyst on the rate of chemical reaction, and the problems based on half-life period, then temperature coefficient as well as the Arrhenius equations. All these comes under chemical kinetics part. Then the next chapter is surface chemistry. In this surface chemistry, so the classification of adsorption, catalysis and colloids with an example is important. Then especially out of these three colloids, in this colloids the properties of colloids are very important. So in that properties, the Brownian moment property, then Tyndall effect property, then coagulation or the flocculation property is very important from the examination point of view. Then next one is the general principles and process of isolation of elements. So in this chapter, the composition of ores and minerals, then examples and principles involved in different types of concentration process and purification methods, then extraction of aluminium by Hall-Horlot process, then extraction of iron by blast furnace method. These are the important concepts under general principle and process of isolation of elements. Next one is P block elements. So you all know So for the second PUC under P block elements, you have totally 4 vertical columns, 15, 16, 17 and 18th group. And out of these 4 vertical columns, so especially in 15th group, the preparation and properties of pure nitrogen, nitric acid and ammonia, then oxo acids of phosphorus, sulfur and chlorine, then structure and acidic nature of these oxo acids, and the number of sigma and pi bonds. And in 17th group, the interhalogen compounds are important, the structure of these interhalogen compounds and the oxo acids of halogens are important. So these are the main concepts under P block element chapter. The next one is D and F block elements, and in this D and F block elements, the first concept is the common properties of D block elements. Then second one is oxidation properties of potassium dichromate and potassium permanganate. Then lanthanide concept. So next concept is coordination compounds. So in this coordination compound, the nomenclature of complex compound, then isomerism concept. So under VBT, valence bond theory, the hybridization, shape and magnetic properties are important. Then crystal field theory and the strength of ligands important. Okay, next one is haloalkanes and haloarenes, and this chapter is very important and the basic chapter. And in this haloalkanes and haloarene part, so all named reactions in this chapter are very important. That is Schwarz reaction, Finkelstein reaction, Woods reaction, Woods-Fittig reaction, Sandmeyer's reaction, Guttermann's reaction. All these named reactions are very important from the examination point of view. Okay, so you just practice all these named reactions in this haloalkanes and haloarene chapter, and along with these named reactions, the SN1 and SN2 reactions and the reactivity of different alkyl halides towards these reactions are also important. Then second chapter is alcohol, phenols and ethers, and in this alcohol, phenols and ether part, the acidic nature of alcohols, the acidic nature of phenol is important, the effect of electron withdrawing and electron donating group, then all named reaction. Once again in this chapter also the named reactions are important. Then the next chapter is aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acid. So in this chapter, the reduction and oxidation of aldehydes and ketones, then acidic nature of carboxylic acid is important, then HVZ reaction in carboxylic acid is important, and once again in this chapter also the named reactions are very important. So the next part is amines and diazonium salts. So in this amines and diazonium salts, the basic nature of amines is important, reactions of aniline, then diazonium salt preparation and properties are important. Next one is biomolecules. So you all know in biomolecules there are 4 biomolecules are given. One is carbohydrates, second one is protein, third one is vitamins, fourth one is nucleic acid. And out of these 4 biomolecules, especially in carbohydrates, the structure of glucose is important. So in proteins, the types of proteins and peptide bonds. Then in third one is vitamins, especially in vitamins, the types of vitamins and the deficiency disease of these vitamins. Then the next one is nucleic acids. In nucleic acids, the structure of RNA and DNA is very important. Then next one is the polymer part. So in the polymer chapter, the types of polymers with an example, the concept of a monomer, natural rubber, then synthesis of polymer. And in this chapter, you please remember, so the monomer present in a polymer, the monomer present in natural rubber, the monomer present in a Bohn-iron, the monomer present in Bohn-ice and all. Okay. Then the last chapter in the organic section is the chemistry in everyday life, and in this chemistry in everyday life, so you make a list of drugs and the diseases, then detergents and the classification and detergents and all. So all these are nothing but the important concepts in the PUC second year part. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಏನು ಸಿ ಇ ಟಿ ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಿಫರೆನ್ಸು ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಇದಾದ ಮೇಲೆ ಒನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರೀಡ್ ದಿ ಎಂಟೈರ್ NCERT ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಥರೋಲಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಈಗ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ PUC ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇಯರ್ದು ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ವೈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾಗಿ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪ್ರಿಪ್ರೇಷನನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಒನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್.